seems like we need to review paragraph using a summary in MLA format while utilizing the ideal research body paragraph. And so I'm giving you the opportunity to redo this assignment. So in order to redo this assignment, right, you will have received a notification that a new assignment has been created. And the title of that assignment is Redo Paragraph Using a Summary in MLA Format. If you notice here, it has yet to be published. And this is because I'm recording this video before I make this available. And so on this screen, when you go to it, you will see practicing skills. Now that you've read a few of the articles on education and done some of your own research, it's time to practice how this would look like in a document formatted in MLA. The video you are watching right now should be located right beneath this sentence. Following that is the directions. Number 1, open up a document and set up that document to MLA format. Most of you did this correctly. 2, insert all the font matter and title your assignment. Tip, always title your work according to its content and not according to its assignment. Never title an essay number 4, but something like Charter Schools Rule. 3, refer to the ideal research body paragraph structure and write a paragraph using a summary from an article or essay from your own research. 4, submit it by the due date. The assignment grading rubric. The rubric should be visible below. Now let's go over this rubric. I'm going to zoom in here so we can look at this rubric a bit better. For full marks, it's an MLA format. It follows the ideal research body paragraph structure. It contains a good summary. 7 points. Some MLA error in following the ideal research body paragraph. Okay summary. 0 points. Either of the following, not in MLA format, or no summary, or does not follow the ideal research body paragraph structure. Okay. Now let's go over the ideal research body paragraph structure. I believe I just created this document just for you, just for this assignment. So the ideal research body paragraph is a topic sentence, which is a focused topic with your point of view. And some of the assignments that I received, it began with according to the article. This is not necessarily where that begins. That kind of signal post language belongs in the research portion of this framework. So in the topic sentence, all you need to talk about is the topic from which you researched and your opinion of it. So for example, if you focused on charter schools, then let's say charter schools in the Fresno Unified School District is your topic. That's your focus topic. Okay, then what becomes your point of view? So you either like them, dislike them, or are somewhere in between. The next thing that follows it is a supporting detail explaining how you came to believe this. Maybe you've had certain experience in the past with this topic. Maybe throughout your research you've come to this kind of conclusion, or maybe this is just a belief that you've inherited. The next supporting detail is a transition to your research that you have already done. So that research portion is that summary that you will be including. So for example, you can start to say, well, either contrary to what I believe, I found research that stated otherwise, or maybe it's in agreement with your opinion, and somehow you begin that transition to that research. The next supporting detail is you give context for the research. This is where you will begin to say, well, this study was conducted by the Los Angeles Times Review, and then followed directly by the actual research, which is the summary, followed by supporting detail, which explains your research, followed by supporting detail of how your research backs up what you said in the topic sentence, and concluding with either a conclusion or a transition. And because this is a one paragraph assignment, it's probably more of a conclusion than anything else. So Let's look at the model paragraph that was supplied from last week. All right. And so I have taken out the framework. So all you see now is the paragraph that is left with the framework, without the framework, I'm sorry. So here we have a topic sentence. A good body paragraph that contains research should always follow the sandwich model. That's the topic sentence. Following that, you have your first supporting detail, which is how you came to believe this. This way, the research you're introducing is not the one making the point for you. Instead, you're making the point and the research is there to back you up. That's great. Remember, a supporting detail doesn't limit you to one sentence. The next supporting detail says transition to research. Transition to research. This has been explained in a lot of writing textbooks. This is where you're transitioning to the research. Give context for the research. They Say, I Say is one of those textbooks that leans into this model. That's great. Okay. What comes next? Research. Summary. The book states that to adequately frame a quotation, you need to insert it into what we like to call a quotation sandwich, with the statement introducing it serving as the top slice of bread and the explanation following it serving as the bottom slice. Graph 47. Note that a summary is a restating of somebody else's words in your own. And in this example, you'll notice that there are no quotation marks. Summaries do not need quotation marks. All that summaries need is the parenthetical. This is the parenthetical. And it's this area that I've highlighted that seems to be causing some confusion. So again, as you know, this is my summary. That is what has been highlighted. Note again, there are no quotations. Quotations are only used when we're using a direct quotation. You'll notice right here, quotation sandwich is in quotation marks. What follows after the summary? Supporting detail. Explain your research. So here I'm explaining exactly what that summary said. I'm putting it again further into my own words. Just in case that summary isn't necessarily clear to my reader, I'm explaining it once again. Framing your research is essential in your writing because it allows you to explain it to the reader. Followed by how your research backs up what you said in the topic sentence. This example from the books is just an extension of the idea of how to use research and body paragraphs and why you should follow this model. Followed by the conclusion. For this class, A papers will follow this model all semester long. And so in the assignment below, I would really like for you to follow this model. Follow this ideal research body paragraph. Make sure to use signal language like the book states, or even clearer language like, for example, and I'm going to change this and I'm going to make something up. In the article from the LA Times, it explained. Then over here, let's say it's a different writer. And there you have it. That's how it should look like. This signal phrase tells me we are beginning to enter somebody else's words. This parenthetical tells me that that summary has concluded. And if I wanted to find out more information about that specific citation, I could go to your works cited and follow your citation to the original source.